Buckingham Palace had announced that Prince William and the Duchess of Cambridge are expecting their first child. David Enrich joins me now to discuss this. Quite a year for the royals. We had the Queen's Jubilee, the Queen appearing in the Olympic Games opening ceremony with her corgis, and now this.
Yeah, it's very exciting. Everyone, the whole newsroom went crazy when it crossed the wire. So it's much more exciting than covering European banks, which is what I normally do.
Well, I mean, interesting. You're an American. You've lived here quite some time. But what do you make of the sort of British obsession with the royals? And I'm sure this is going to dominate stories for years to come.
Well, it's not actually just a British obsession. The Americans are just as obsessed about this as the British are, I think. Just looking on Twitter as this crossed, a big part of the reaction to this was not so much pure happiness for the royals so much as it was the question of, will we get another bank holiday in middle of next year when the baby's actually due. One interesting thing though is that the circumstances of this, it's very early in the pregnancy. It seems like it was getting announced because Kate's in the hospital, so it's a little unclear. It's very early stage pregnancy.
Very bad morning sickness, they say, so she's going to be in hospital for a little while. Now, one of the interesting things about this is actually it doesn't matter whether they have a boy or a girl this time around.
Yeah, for succession planning. I mean, it matters very much to some people, but for succession plan purposes, it doesn't matter. There's a change to the way the succession rules are working, that whether it's a boy or a girl, that person will be an heir to the throne, which is a change. Usually women or girls were not automatically qualified unless certain circumstances were.
So whatever happens will be the third in line to the throne after Charles and then William.
So poor Harry gets bumped down a
level. I'm not sure he'll mind that, but the royal family, they've had a decade, I guess, which has been moved it on quite a lot with the Charles and Diana, and I guess what we've seen recently is a stabilisation and also a modernisation, and Kate and William are very part of that. And I suppose this child is going to be coming into a very different family than maybe 5 years ago. Yeah,
it seems, for me as an American, as a relative newcomer here, everyone loves the royal family. Americans are obsessed with them. British are obsessed with them. They seem to get very little other than good press, especially Kate and William, and it's obviously that hasn't always been the case. I think it's everyone's going to rally around them, and it's going to be a very joyous occasion. I'm personally very excited. We've got our Kate and Will's bunting up here. It's one of the many souvenirs you can find around our office, and one indication of how everyone gets excited about this.
Indeed. David, thank you very much for joining us.
Sure.